Demonstration for AWS CloudWatch. In this specific one, we are going to check how AWS CloudWatch actually functions. So here we are going to launch an EC2 instance, and when the EC2 uses its maximum capacity for 90% at that specific time, what we are going to do is we are going to terminate it, all right? And that to be done with the CloudWatch itself, okay? So yeah, let us go to launch instance and create a basic server for this specific demonstration. So I'll just write monitor server, and let us keep all the thing as is, and we won't require a key pair for this one, and click on launch instance. So now it is launching, and here what we need is we need just the ID, the instance ID, that would be helpful for us. Okay, and here in the monitor section you can see the basic uh, graphs of the users. So basically there are networking, network out, network packets, and CPU utilization. We are targeting CPU utilization for this specific demonstration, right? However, feel free to experiment on the same. The next thing that I want to do is I just want to create an alarm for it. So I'll just go to CloudWatch, and I'll just let me just open it. Okay, and here once I go there, I'll just go to all alarms, and then I'll click on create alarm. Here in the graph section, it is asking us to select a metric. Okay, and in the metric, what service? That is EC2 instance, pre-instance metric. And in the pre-instance metric, what sort of metric I am asking for? So first thing first that I want to do is I'll just copy the instance ID from here. So let me just copy it so that we have all the thing everything in front of us. And here we would be targeting the CPU utilization, right? So yeah, this is monitor server CPU utilization, and click on select metric. Okay, and here in the namespace we have EC2 AWS. Metric name is CPU utilization followed by the instance ID, and here you can generate the statistics based on the different parameters. Here you can even do the average, sum, maximum, minimum, right? So it can be done through the specific statistics or whatever we provide, followed by the period. Do you want it in 5 minutes, 10 seconds, 30 seconds? So let me keep it by default as is. In the threshold type, whether you want it to check on few parameters. So here what we are going to do is whenever the CPU utilization is greater than 90%, at that time what action should it done, right? So that action we would be defining on this specific screen. We don't want any sort of notification, but we want EC2 to perform an action that whenever the alarm state is triggered, that is which is in an alarm, it should terminate the instance which has been provided, right? Then click on next, and let us name the alarm. So let me just write termination, okay, and click on next. So here you can see the threshold, whatever we discussed so far is been defined over here. So whenever the CPU utilization reaches 90% occupancy at that specific time, the instance will get terminated, right? So yeah, the initial thing is done, and you need to just click on create alarm. So now you can see it is showing the status insufficient data. Yeah, because we haven't triggered it and the CPU utilization is yet to reach, right? So next thing that what we are going to do here is we are going to just launch the Cloud Shell. Meanwhile, it is getting run. Just open a new tab and search for AWS CloudWatch, set alarm state, and go to the first link whatever is provided. Here you'll find this sample command, okay, which temporarily sets the state of alarm for testing purpose. Okay, so basically this command is useful for checking whether your SNS, whether your CloudWatch is actually functioning fine or not. So in the synopsis section, you will find this command which you can use for this specific demonstration. Right. Let me just clear it. Okay, so let us start from the starting. So set alarm state, right? So let me just copy it, and here I'll just write AWS CloudWatch, the service name, right? And here let me just paste it. Set alarm state. Okay. Now the next thing it is asking for the alarm name. Okay, all right. So let me just paste this thing again, and here it is asking for one more value, that is the alarm name. Okay, and here what is the name of alarm? Let me just do a scroll down, and here the alarm name is termination. Okay, copied. All right, space followed by it is asking for state value. Copy. All right. and the state value here would be alarm, and then the state reason. So what is, for what purpose we are using this, this specific command, right? So we are using this for testing purpose, right? So we are going to define the reason as testing, right? So yeah, once done, just click on enter. All right, the initial thing is done. Let me just do a refresh over here. It is showing the state is in alarm, meaning that the threshold has been reached to 90%, and the CPU utilization actually reached at 90% and is greater than it. So what action does it perform as? It actually should have terminated the instance, right? So now when I go to EC2 instance and when I refresh the page, it should have get terminated. So as you can see, it is getting shut down, meaning it will get terminated soon, right? So yeah, that was all about the practical demonstration where actually we learned how the instances are going to be uh, behaved based on the metrics as whatever we are providing to CloudWatch, right? It is basically monitoring your instance based on the threshold value you are defining, and based on the actions you have defined there, it will be doing the action on the EC2 servers as well, right? That was all about this specific one. So now what we need to do is you need to just go to the CloudWatch and yeah, just delete the alarm whatever you have created, right? So just go to all alarms and make sure to delete it. Action, delete, done, right? So yeah, that was all for this specific demonstration. I hope you liked it and see you in the next one. Thank you.